everyone, this is Tamara, your courtroom companion. Have you ever been on the receiving end of narcissistic abuse and asked yourself, am I going crazy? Am I losing my mind? Chances are you are dealing with a narcissist. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you what you can do about it. And there are things that you can do about it. And I have 3 strategies I'm going to share with you that I used in my own journey with dealing with a narcissist that I found to be, very, very helpful. So I'm going to share that with you today. Welcome to my channel. This is where we talk about narcissism, family court, and custody. As always, don't take anything I say here as professional advice. I do have a disclaimer below that I ask you to read. And if you are not already a part of the Courtroom Companions community, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you'll be notified when I upload my content. Also, if this video resonates with you or the content on my channel resonates with you, I do offer one-on-one coaching, and I'll leave a link below to a free discovery call with me. And that way you can find out if coaching is right for you in these areas. So what is gaslighting? This is what the subject of this video is, and gaslighting is just a psychological term used to describe someone's deliberate attempt to make another person feel crazy or like they're losing their mind. So the operative word here is deliberate. Gaslighting is a deliberate attempt to try to get someone else to feel like they're going crazy. And you might ask yourself, why would somebody want to do this to someone that they love or they care about? The answer to that question is actually rooted in what makes a narcissist a narcissist. And if you've been a part of this channel for any length of time, I have tons of videos about, what makes a narcissist and all about their manipulative games. And narcissists lack empathy. And so gaslighting is just one of the ways that they try to harm the people in their life for their own gain. And so this is just another attempt at that. And because they have no empathy, they're unable to truly care about someone in any meaningful way. And they spend their life playing games, manipulative mind games, and psychological warfare against the people in their life, because at the core of who they are, they're actually very fragile. They have very fragile egos. They don't really like themselves. And so they spend their whole day trying to feel better. And the only way that they feel better is by playing these games and seeing how people react. And gaslighting is just one of those games. And as I said, gaslighting is deliberate. And what gaslighting could look like, and this is just one of thousands of examples. So let's say you put your car keys on a particular hook when you come in the house. Gaslighting might be that when you're not looking, that narcissist takes your keys and goes and puts them in the ignition. And then when you go to look for the keys, you're walking all over the house. You're I always put them here. I always put them here. And you just can't understand, you just are sure that you put those keys there. Well, the narcissist is watching all this go down, and he or she might say, well, you probably left them in ignition like you always do. And then you might kind of step back and go, wait, I don't do that. But then you might think, well, why would he say that if I didn't do that? So you start kind of doubting your reality. And so you go out to the car and there they are, right in the ignition. Well, that's a deliberate attempt to make you feel like you're crazy. And sort of the goal of gaslighting is to make you doubt yourself, right? And if they can make you doubt yourself and make you lose confidence, then they can sort of manipulate you in other ways. So this is just one part of the game that they play in hopes that they can use that lack of confidence and lack of, just feeling good about your own reality. They can use that later against you. So it's just a mind game to prime you for other abuse that they plan to do later. So it's all deliberate, it's all mean-spirited, and it lacks empathy for and caring for the person that they're involved with. I have been on the receiving end of narcissistic abuse many times, and gaslighting particularly, I've probably been on the end of that probably hundreds if not thousands of times. And so over time, I kind of figured out that there are 3 strategies that actually worked for me and they still work for me today. So it doesn't matter if it's the same narcissist or any narcissist. I can use these strategies, and they really do help to kind of like be a deflector for gaslighting. So I'm going to share with you what those are. So strategy number one that I'm going to share with you is probably the hardest to do at first, but then when you get a sense of like how to do that one, strategy 2 and 3 get really easy. So strategy number one is to change your mindset or adopt a mindset that anything that comes out of the narcissist's mouth, you should doubt. You should not give it any weight. So anything, they could say, I got off work at 5 o'clock. You need to doubt that. It probably was 5:15 or 4:45. They could tell you that I went to the store today, and they really meant they went yesterday, or they'll go tomorrow. Everything that comes out of their mouth, you have to doubt, because they lie. And so gaslighting is just another form of lying. And you have to get really good at doubting every single thing that comes out of their mouth. And when you're able to do that, then you won't necessarily question your own reality. You know, it could be as simple as saying also like, I went to Starbucks today, but they know they went to Dunkin' Donuts. So they lie about everything, and everything that they say that comes out of their mouth, you should just doubt and assume it's a lie. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two is that you have to get really solid in your belief that you are not going crazy and that you're not losing your mind. Because if gaslighting has been happening in your life for any length of time, you probably got a lot of doubt about your own reality. So if you're able to like doubt everything they say, like in strategy number one, strategy 2 becomes much easier, where you can just really know if you find yourself like questioning your own reality, then you know you've got a little bit more work to do in that area. So if you're struggling with strategy number 2, you know, if you're trying to like really get your confidence back, there's a couple of things that you can do to help yourself temporarily, and even, you know, long-term if you choose, but temporarily, what you could do is to start journaling everything that happens in your life, right? So let's just say, for example, that you take the kids to school, you know, Monday and Tuesday this week, and, you know, the week before you did Thursday and Friday, you know, or if you go to the grocery store or you cook or whatever, just journal kind of everything that you do. Just, you know, you can get, you know, shorthand, or, you know, do it quick, like school can be SCH or whatever. Just do it so you can do it quick, so it doesn't take over your life in terms of being too time consuming. But you can journal everything so that, let's say your narcissist says, you know, I'm so tired of taking the kids to school. I do it all the time. You know, the last time you took the kids to school, you know, was, you know, spring, you know, right before spring break, right? And this is like, you know, say it's, you know, June or something. You can look back at your journal and go, nope, that's not true, right? So if you need to build up your confidence in what you do day to day, if your narcissist is constantly saying you don't do anything in the house or whatever, if you journal, you can look back and go, nope, I know for sure, yep, and you can sort of ground your reality in what you've recorded every day. The other thing that you can do, maybe this is quicker, is to take pictures of what you do. So if your narcissist says you never cook, right? If you take pictures of your meals, then your pictures on your phone are dated, right? So find ways to build your confidence. Those are just 2 ways that I think might be helpful, is recording or taking pictures, so that when your narcissist tries to make you question your reality, you'll be grounded in reality because you will have recorded it or taken pictures. So that's just a couple things you can do. Now, a tip for strategy number 2 is to not tell the narcissist that you're actually recording in a journal or taking pictures, because you don't want to reveal your hand. This is just your own personal way of grounding your reality. If you've, you know, been beaten up a lot of times, you know, with gaslighting, you might not have a lot of confidence right now. So this is just a way to do that. But don't tell your narcissist that's what you're doing, because he'll erase your pictures on your phone, or he'll, you know, burn your journal. So be really careful about that. And strategy number 3 is you have to find ways to make the voice in your head be your own thoughts. That has to be louder than the voice of the narcissist in your head. So if you've been involved with the narcissist for a length of time, you're probably replaying in your head the things that the narcissist has said to you. They've probably, emotionally abused you for a long time, made you question your own reality. And so that voice in your head becomes louder because it's so mean-spirited, right? And it's probably traumatized you. And so that voice can oftentimes be louder than your own feelings. And so you have to find ways to make your thoughts and your feelings louder than the narcissist's thoughts in your head. And if you're struggling in this area, the one thing that I found really helpful to make my voice louder in my head was to start sharing my story with others. People that I trust and people that love me, I would share my story with them, and then they would plant, thoughts in my head that kind of replaced the narcissist. And then over time, I had those thoughts of people that loved me in there plus my own. So we kind of drowned out the voice of the narcissist. And so you have to find people in your life to replace the love that the narcissist is trying to take, right? So that's one way that you can get the narcissist out of your head. I'm also going to link above a video I did recently about how to get the narcissist out of your head in your life for good. And so I'll link that above and below as well. I'm also going to link another video that I did on projection, which is another psychological game that the narcissist plays. And I think that one will be very helpful for you. It's just another mind game that they play. And the more you know about narcissism, the better educated you are about narcissism, the better able and equipped you are to deal with it. And so I'll link that video above and below as well. I think that'll be very helpful to you. So in summary, strategy number 1 is to literally doubt every single thing that the narcissist says. Even if he says, I'm going upstairs to get a cup of coffee, or I'm going to take the car to get gas. Doubt everything that they say. The more you're able to do that, the more you are able to implement strategy number 2, which is to get really solid in your belief that you're not going crazy and that you're not losing your mind. And strategy number 3 is to find ways to make the voice in your head louder in terms of what you feel and what you believe about yourself. Make that the louder voice than what the narcissist has said to you over the years. So as always, I hope you found this content helpful, and please do check out those 2 videos above, as I believe those will be really helpful to you. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.